All praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai. I want to say shalom to the elect of the nation of Israel, who we endure all things for. Shalom to all the Akim, Akwathim, who believe on Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. Unto the bitter end, I say yet again, Shalom. As you can see on the title, it states that be grateful that you are not gone. And the reason for that is very simply because we are not like the rest of our people who want to continue to abide in this evil, wicked society that is going to be manifested to be destroyed completely because of all the sins that it glorifies, all the wickedness that it glorifies, all the maliciousness, the deception, the evil, the corruption, the inflexibility of corruption being upheld. There's a reason why the Lord is going to continue to manifest more death, more calamities, more judgments and destructions upon Babylon the Great and throughout the four corners of the earth, wherever the servants of the Lord be. Our people are completely gone away backwards. They don't know where they go. They don't know where they come from. They just continue to abide in things that they think is the truth, but it's really not. They're all in the harlot houses, which we know as today as churches, Christianity, Islam, Judaism, Buddhism, Hinduism, everything but Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai is what our people praise. And that's a very unfortunate circumstance. But in the kingdom of heaven, which is soon to be a place on earth, it's all going to be a thing of the past, Salakia. Let me start here because it was my spirit to want to talk about it. Jeremiah 5:20. Declare this in the house of Jacob and publish it in Judah, saying, and this is not going to be too long. I'm going to keep it short or wherever the Spirit leads me. Because, of course, I'm at the plantation and I want to be wise as a serpent and harmless as a dove, as I always say. Hear now this, O foolish people. And that's Yahweh speaking to our people, the nation of Israel, Yasharala. You so called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans make up the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel. And without understanding, which have eyes and see not, which have ears and hear not. And now people see us on a consistent basis, whether they see us on the street corners prophesying against Babylon the Great and sealing the elect, or they see us online, wherever it could be on YouTube, Snapchat, Facebook, TikTok. The servants of the Lord are everywhere. It's impossible to say you've never seen the servants of the Lord. And that's why a large chunk of you Israelites are going to get put to death in these last days. Because y'all see us, you see the servants, you see us prophesying, you see us doing the work of the Lord, but you continue to walk on like it's no big deal. Like you're not going to get judged at all because you forsake the servants of the Lord. Now you're going to get judged for simply not stopping by and inquiring, for simply going on with your day as if you got it all figured out in your feeble mind, in which have ears and hear not. So they hear us bringing out the words of the Lord. They hear about Ezekiel. They hear about Jeremiah. They hear about Habakkuk. They hear about Daniel. They hear about all the prophets of old and us bringing them out and what they've said and what Yahweh has displaced on them. And they continue to forsake us. They continue to be backslidden. And then they wonder why we feel some type of way towards them. And it's all good because at the end of the day, we understand that this wisdom and knowledge is only given to a select few people. And that's all right with us. Fear ye not me, saith Yahweh. Will ye not tremble at my presence, which have placed the sand for the bound of the sea by perpetual decree, that it cannot pass it, and though the waves thereof toss themselves, yet can they not prevail, though they roar, yet can they not pass over it? And the Lord is giving you a very serious question. He's created everything you see on this earth, and everything has a specific bound that it cannot pass. And here you are, being the nation of Israel, going to every other idol, going to every other God, every other powerless being that you think has power to do anything when they really don't. But you want to continue to abide to the heathenistic ways and customs, even though they didn't create anything. And the Lord made it abundantly clear that idols have no power. They have eyes, just like you Israelites, but they can't see. They have ears, but they cannot hear. They're just statues. They can't do anything. They got to want to abide by it. Even though you got to understand that the other one, Yahweh, is the one that created everything you see. But this people is talking about Israel hath a revolting and a rebellious heart. They're revolted and gone, completely revolted and gone. Let's get the definition of revolted: disgusted, having rebelled. And what is rebellion? Let's get it. First Samuel 15:23. For rebellion is as the sin of witchcraft, and stubbornness is as iniquity and idolatry, because thou hast rejected the word of Yahweh, he hath also rejected thee from being king. And that's exactly what happened to King Saul, because he didn't listen to what the Lord had commanded him to do, which was to kill all the Amalekites. Everything they have, get rid of it. It's not for us, it's for them as an example as to what will happen to the nations that go against us as a people. Shalom to Danya Ali. How about Shion Shai Barakatah, brother? MIB settings. What does that mean? I'm not sure what that means, but let me know. But again, our people are revolted and gone. They want to go to other gods. Con, brother. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Men in black, but soon we're going to be the men in white, which we already spiritually are the men in white. But right now, we have to take on the quote unquote black stuff. Unfortunately, well, in the spirit, we are white. In the spirit, we're clean. We're completely separate from this society and all of its wickedness that it's going to continue to manifest in these times. Good morning. Bear with me one moment. 24. Now they're saying their heart, let us now fear Yahweh, our power that giveth rain, both the former and the latter, in his season. He reserveth unto us the appointed weeks of the harvest. And now people don't even think about that because they're so focused on the things that this current world offers to them, which is nothing but vanity and vexation of spirit. And they wonder why we look at them like we have a problem with them. And we do, because they don't want to consider that the reason why we are doing the work out in the highways and hedges is because we're making our bodies a living sacrifice for Ha'adawan and his only begotten son, Hamashiach Yahweh Shai. Y'all just want to continue to, again, love this world, even though it's completely against you and your people, you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, but y'all just can't see that because y'all gotten so many benefits, quote unquote benefits. You know, you have everything at the convenience of your hands. You have a deli store, you have a car, you might have a house. You have all these various things that you think in your head, in your heart, it means you don't have to worry about anything else but your idolatrous God and your idolatry, period, that the Lord is somehow with you. Yeah, okay. We'll see what happens in the end when everything comes to pass. Again, neither say they in their heart, let us now fear the Ottawa Yahweh, our God, that giveth rain, both the former and the latter in his season. He reserveth unto us the appointed weeks of the harvest. And that's exactly what we're supposed to be having right now. We're supposed to have all the benefits of having control and sovereignty and dominion across this entire earth. But yet again, here we are in the land of our captivity, crying to our God, which talks about in Sirach 17 that we'll praise the holy name in our last captivity, which we're doing right now as the servants of the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Verse 25, your iniquities have turned away these things, and your sins have withholden good things from you. Deuteronomy 28, verses 1 through 15 is exactly where we're supposed to be right now as a nation. But that didn't happen to us because we decided to be disobedient towards our God, and we continue to look to the other nations and their customs, their traditions, their vain philosophies, and say, you know what? Let's look to them because they got everything correct, and our God Yahweh, nah, He doesn't have it figured out for us. No, 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 we don't want to follow the Lord. No, 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 no. Let's go after the strange gods that did not deliver us out of Egypt, Mizraim. We've been over there for 430 years, for a very long time, and y'all had the nerve, the actual nerve to talk shit about the Lord. Salakia. verse 26. I'm gonna keep it down just a little bit. For among my people are found wicked men. They lay wait as he that setteth snares. They set a trap. They catch them. And all throughout the world, our people are more wicked. There's more wicked of our people than actually righteous. And that says a lot about where we are today in this very terrible society. Good morning. Let's see. How people setting traps on each other, trying to put each other on game when it's all just evil and it's wickedness and it's not good for any of our people. As a cage is full of birds, so are their houses full of deceit. Therefore, they are become great and waxing rich. Rich in what? Rich in wickedness. Rich in not knowing who you are. You have all this luxury, you have all these riches, you have everything that your heart desires for this world. But little did you know that none of that is compared to the things that are going to be in the kingdom of heaven, that's going to be on this earth. They are waxing fat. They shine. Yea, they overpass the deeds of the wicked. So our people have gotten so wicked, they overpassed our evil twin brother. They judge not the cause of the fatherless, yet they prosper, and the right of the needy do they not judge. And they don't consider that the reason why we're doing what we're doing is simply because we've been commanded through the Spirit to do the work of the Ha'adawan Yahweh Bashim Shai. You see, when we do this work, they continue to look at us and they continue to not really think in their minds and consider, the reason why they're doing this is because they were commanded through the Spirit to go out in the highways and hedges and to bid us to the marriage. But a majority of our people, they're never going to get it. They're just going to continue to wax worse and worse. And they're not going to consider that what we're doing is for their betterment. And their betterment is the kingdom of heaven, which is going to be pure sovereignty yet again all over this earth. Verse 29, shall I not visit for these things? Saith the Adawan Yahweh, shall not my soul be avenged on such a nation as this? And why wouldn't the Lord avenge a nation such as us? You so-called Black Latinos and Native Americans are as the sands of the sea. You're everywhere. You make up the biggest nation on this earth. You surpass every other nation, but y'all still want to remain in a wicked predicament. You want to remain in an evil society. You want to continue to embolden yourselves in a place that's completely against you. So why wouldn't the Lord want to have to avenge his pure fury and hatred for what y'all did throughout the centuries, throughout the millennia, always wanting to be backsliding, going backwards, not actually going forward? They don't consider these things, but we're the ones that got problems, right? Isaiah 1 in the NLT. Listen, O heavens, pay attention, earth. This is what Yahweh says. The children I raised and cared for have rebelled against me. Even an ox knows its owner, and the donkey recognizes its master's care. But Israel doesn't know its master, and our master is Yahweh. My people don't recognize my care for them. Oh, what a sinful nation they are, loaded down with a burden of guilt. They are evil people, corrupt children who have rejected Yahweh. They have despised the Holy One of Israel and turned their backs on him all the time. You can see the history of our people. It's always been the Heavenly Father bringing a Redeemer for us. And then that Redeemer is there. He helps us, He helps the rest of our people. Then they backslide once again when they receive that saving, they receive that help that they so requested for a very long time. Salakia, one moment. In the NLP, it's mad hard. Why do you continue to invite punishment? That's the nation of Israel to the T. Must you rebel forever? I mean, the Lord said we are stiff-necked people, very hard-headed. Just like yesterday, Banyala, you saw how that brother, when I told him in the comments, comment under the brother Yahweh Call I Knox. There's a Kwan's video after he finishes his live so that you can get in contact with him. He couldn't even simply just listen and say, okay, I'll do that. He just continued to comment and comment and comment. And I was like, all right, now you got to we got to lay down the law on you because you're not listening. And that's how our people have always been. It's hard to really get a grasp on them. You can't force, sometimes you might have to force them to like, oh, you don't get this? You can't understand what I'm saying? Revolted, rebellious, your head is injured and your heart is sick. You are battered from head to foot, covered with bruises, welts, and infected wounds. And the water, Yahweh, Yahweh Shai, were not like that, without any soothing ointments. And of course, those that are actually sincere in this ministry, in the circumcision, doing the work of the Lord, without any soothing ointments or bandages. Your country lies in ruins, and your towns are burned. Foreigners plunder your fields before your eyes and destroy everything you see. Beautiful Jerusalem stands abandoned like a watchman sheltered at a vineyard, like a lean-to in a cucumber field after the harvest, like a helpless city under siege. If the Otto One Yahweh of heaven's armies had not spared a few of us, and that's talking about only the small population of Israelites that are going to get saved in these last days, we would have been wiped out like Sodom, destroyed completely like Gomorrah. And that's how cold the Lord is. The Lord has already set and predestinated that there would be a select few that would be saved. And that's the remnant. That's only the elect. Sirach 19 and 22. And you understand that our people think that just because nothing bad has happened right then and there, that they just continue to be wicked, continue to be sinful, to go against righteousness. Little did you know, knowing everything that's evil is not a sign of being wise. It does not mean you're a very knowledgeable, very sound person. Sirach 19 and 22 in the GNT. You may know everything there is to know about wickedness, but that does not make you wise. It is not sensible to follow the advice of sinners. And Sirach 12 and 6 says, the Most High hateth sinners, and he waited and he spares them for the day of judgment. Because the day of judgment is going to be like no other time on this earth. And you Israelites are revolted and you're gone in the mind, in the spirit, in every capacity known to mankind. The Lord is going to do an innumerable amount of judgment and terrible deaths upon you Israelites because y'all continue to rebel. You continue to go against your God. And we can say the water, Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, that we are not like you. We don't want to be like you. We don't even want to talk to you like that. We just want to continue to do our work that was given from on high, which the Lord blessed us with, and just continue to abide because we understand that this is not our rest. This is the land of our captivity. This is not our sovereignty in this current world. This current world is going to pass away, and the next one is going to be a forever dominion, starting with the elect of the nation of Israel. And I'm gonna end it out with this. Daniel 7 and 18. But the saints who are the Israelites of the Most High, Psalms 147 talks about it, of the Most High Yahweh shall take the kingdom and possess the kingdom forever, even forever and ever. Plain as day, simple to understand. But you know, the nation of Israel, they want to continue to be slaves. They want to continue to be under subjectivity to those that hate them, that oppress them, because they've forgotten who they are and they don't want to consider why they are where they are today. Beautiful time to be alive, but look, exactly. This is the perfect time to get right with the Lord. I'm speaking for myself as well. The scripture says to examine thyself whether or not you be in the faith or not. And it's a very powerful saying because it's so easy for you to find yourself in the world and sometimes find yourself in the spirit. And that's why I understand more and more ever since I started doing this ministry, why the Lord expects you to examine yourself. I understand it. Like it gets more understandable as the day goes by because our people have clinged to this world. They have that chains of darkness, not just physically with the flesh, but spiritually, they have the chains of darkness that they don't even have to be physically in slavery. Just the fact that they're spiritually in slavery is just enough for them to remain the slave state that they're in right now. Jeremiah 2 and 14, is Israel Yasharala a servant? Is he a homeborn slave? Why is he spoiled? You know, it's a rhetorical question. You are the saints, you are the kings, you are the priests, you are the people, the special people unto the Lord. But here you are wanting to serve everybody else. But don't worry, this slave mindset that our people have is going to be a thing of the past so soon. It's going to be like a terrible dream that we once had, man. Psalms 126. But I'm going to close that out right there. And I want to say, Call Halayim La Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai and Tawada Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai, that we're not revolted and gone. I'm going to keep saying that, bro, because it's such a very true statement. We're not gone. They are revolted and gone. Stay away from them. They are their own population, and the hopeful elect, we are our own population. And if you want to mix yourself with them, you're going to only make yourself an easy target for the Lord, because He's not playing around. He's trimming the fat, and we don't want to be part of that trimming that's going on. And the Lord said that He was going to start at the house of Israel. And once again, I want to say, Shalom.